Well, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's part 7, I believe, of the video build-up. I'm going to be working on the secondary hull and installing the photo etch parts. As you can see, I've already gotten my port side window frame put in, and I've got it puttied and let it sit. So now I sanded it, and this kit, if you remember, it was one of the older kits, and not unlike the newer kits where the hole for the pole stand is right here on the deflector housing. So I went on ahead and I'm going to mount it in the secondary hole, and I've got the the hole drilled out. So, and then right here in the back there's a spot for the original stand. So, and I put some foil tape over the hole and then put some putty and then sanded it down to where when I paint it you're not going to be able to tell that that's even there. So we're going to get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. And so what I'm going to do now is kind of take you through and show you how to install the starboard side window, and it's pretty much a easy technique on that. And then before I do that though, I don't know if this kit is the same as the round 2 or not, but on the round 2, the second one, you have to do quite a few modifications on the secondary hull. Like this hole right here is for the light that shows up on the outside of the pylon. Well, the hole is actually drilled where it's facing down, and so it'd just be kind of like facing out in the middle of nowhere. So I had to go through there and re-drill the hole to where it's facing the right direction, to where when I put my LED in there it's gonna illuminate the pylon. And two, probably, let me grab something here real quick and I'll be right back. Grab the pylons. On the round 2 version, or not the round 2, but the round 2 where they re-released it. The do a quick mock-up here. There was a lot of issues with a gapping issue right in here, and I'll kind of butt this up. This one doesn't seem to have too much of a bad gap issue. But on the round 2 version there is a gap issue, and what you had to do to take care of that is you had to cut these tabs down just a little bit. And I'm going to see, let's see, that's the inside. Oh, this is the one I need right here. I'll kind of mock this up for you and kind of show you what it does, and see if this one is the same as the round 2. So we'll kind of mock this up here and see. And I've noticed on these older kits you have to go back through and kind of do a little bit of trimming and whatnot to kind of get these to fit a little bit. Just a little bit of flash. Yeah, probably gonna have to do quite a bit of trimming to get these on right. Where's my secondary, my sidewall here? Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have to do some filling here. So what you're gonna have to do is on these, you're gonna have to go in and cut these tabs these tabs down right here. Maybe take like maybe 1/8 of an inch off, and there will still be enough meat on there to grab these holes. That way, when you get it together, it's not going to have too big of a gapping issue, because you will have some gapping issues. Now, on here, there's just nothing. It's just a bad molding, but you're going to have a little bit of a gap here in the back, and you're going to have to do some putty work. That is inevitable on these models kit. On this model kit, unfortunately, you will have to do some a lot of putty work. So, but on that, that's just about what's going on with that. And like I said, you'll have to do a little bit of putty work on that, and modifications on that. But it's not too bad. Nothing it's too bad. So what I'm gonna do is I got my photo etch piece here. Basically, what you're gonna need is, you know, what I use on these side here. On these is this 3M Bondo glazing and spot putty. It works real well. This stuff works real well for the parts that don't move, because it's a little bit of softer putty. But you on the bigger parts and stuff like that, the parts that like around the nacelles and stuff like that, you're going to have to use. And what I use is the Squadron product white putty. It works real well. A lot of people out there will say, you know, it has a shrinking issue and whatnot, and I have been using this for, you know, the last couple of years now, and never have had a problem with it. So, but anyway, all right. Now I'm going to cut out. Here's my photo etch part right here. I'm going to cut out the little tabs off of it, because you're going to have the tabs where it was cut on, you know, onto the tree. Alright. Don't think I cut all the way through on that one. There we go. Alright, I'll move this out of the way. And what I do is I use my little Dremel tool on low, and you're going to have tabs, little leftover tabs that are going to get in the way of it laying down in there nice. So what I'm going to do is put my little Dremel on there, turn it on, and I'm just going to lightly touch it to sand down the little tabs. Now, word of caution, folks, these photo etch parts are very finicky. They will bend and twist real easy, so you have to get a good grip. I just realized, let me zoom in here to where you can see what I'm doing. Got that. And I'm going to work on this little piece right here. I'm going to kind of keep it at a good angle, and you don't want to touch too heavy on it, because, like I said, these photo etch pieces are very, very, very finicky, and I've had them bend on me before. So what I'm going to do is grab my tape, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do a test fit. Now, if you notice that there's a curved side and then a straight side. The curved side goes down because it kind of follows the curvature of the ship. So it looks like we gotta. I'm gonna flip this over here. So it looks like it's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do, I'm back out just a little bit here. Oh, wrong way. All right. What this tape does, this painter's tape, it works as kind of a stabilizer. I'll put a piece on this side right here to make sure it stays nice and flat in the area. And then what I'm going to do, if I can grab it here, is I'm going to set this on the tape. Make sure you're in the shot. get my tweezers here. There we go. And kind of set that there. And for this, I used the Insecure, the CA glue, to kind of tack it down a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll run a little bit up on the side up here, kind of hold it in place there, and then a little bead on the bottom, and then a little piece, a little bit on the side up here. Then I'll take my Instaset or zip kicker and spray it in there to hold it. And what I'm going to do is let that dry. I'm going to wipe off my my glue tip here. Alright. Now that that's going to be in place, you don't want to go through there and rip off the tape too hard, because then you can cause the piece to fall right out. But as you can see there, it's sitting right down in there real nice and neat, and really no gaps whatsoever. So now what I'll do is I'll take my towel and kind of get rid of some of the excess spray. And then what I do is I'll go through here and kind of get rid of some of the excess gunk from the glue, just kind of chiseling away at it very gently. That way when you get it cleaned up and stuff, it'll set, you know, the glass and stuff will set down in there, and you won't have any major problems with it looking weird. There, I'm going to take my 220 grit sandpaper and just kind of lightly scuff over it to get any of the extra off. Alright, now I'll take my 3M putty, and this stuff is kind of, if it sits for a while, you're going to have a problem with it. The liquids in and stuff are going to I do this to kind of give it, mix it up a little bit, because you're going to have it'll start separating on you. Let me do something here real quick. Alright, now I got that cleaned up. I'll take a little bit of it on my finger, and I'll just kind of go over the edge. And basically really all this is just to kind of ensure that you don't have any kind of lip or whatnot on there. Alright. Now what I'll do is I'll go through with a toothpick, and as you can see, there's a little bit of, where are you? There you are. A little bit of excess. So what I'll do is I'll go through there, and I might just be able to just go through there and wipe it off. And then I'll go back through there and with the toothpick and wipe it off. You know, make sure you clean up on the inside too, because that's where your glass is going to sit down on. And you want to make sure that that's all nice and clean. Take my towel and wipe it away. Alright guys, well there's that. So now what we'll do is I'll let this sit for about an hour or so, maybe the rest of the afternoon, to kind of let it set up in there real good, and then I'll come back and sand it out, and we should have a result that comes out like this, where there's really no lips on it. And so when we put the sidewalls on there, I will tell you this, on this older kit, I've noticed a lot of imperfections in these older kits. You are going to have, when you put this secondary hole on right here, this wall, you're going to have a gap issue right here. So what I'll do is once that glue is set down in there and I got it set, I'll go through here and putty. I'll putty this area right here. I don't know if you can see that gap or not, but it's right there. You'll have that little bit of a gap issue. It won't be bad, but like I said, it's just going to take a little extra work on your time to get it looking right. But it'll turn out in the end. So there's that, and we'll let that sit now, and kind of go through here. And I've got my photo etch parts on for my docking bay doors on the port and starboard side. I've gone through and cleaned up and gotten my hole opened up to run my wires down through on that. And then too, like I said, this is kind of a I've gotten my hole drilled out for my LED to go in here, my 5mm LED to go in here for the blue amber when it changes. And something I had ordered was, or my client ordered, was these little discs right here. And what that is it's called a diffusion disc, and you set that right down there in the center of that hole, and instead of having a bright spot to where it fans out, it diffuses it, so it makes it all look nice and even. So we'll go through there on that one and do a quick build on that. But also something that my client was wanting me to work on is this. He ordered, and let me gather the pieces up here. This is on one of my client builds. He was wanting the this isn't your standard shuttle bay that comes with the kit. This is the Enterprise A shuttle bay, and these were ordered from DLM, Don's Light and Magic, I believe. And you have to do quite a few modifications for it. And these walls, this piece and the two side walls are molded in clear, so you're going to have to light block your pieces. I've got to go back through and sand out the windows, kind of scrape out the windows for the lookout posts. And I will tell you, these are made of resin pieces, and this is not your standard styrene. And you have to, with these resin pieces, I've learned that you're going to have to really take some time and clean these up. You're going to have to soak them in hot water for about an hour or so. Not extremely hot water, scalding hot, but warm water with some Dawn or some kind of a dish detergent, and it recommends that you use a older toothbrush to kind of scrub it down in the hot water to kind of release those molding agents and the oils and stuff on that. And then you're going to have to let it dry overnight. And then you're going to have to do some sanding on these things. There's just no getting around it to kind of rough them up because they're so smooth that the paint doesn't want to adhere to it. And so I found this out. I was using just the regular Rust-Oleum, the 2x Ultra Cover gray primer, and I was marking my spots here for my LEDs to go into for the landing bay lights, and my pencil accidentally, just lightly with the eraser, just went like that, and the paint just scraped right off. So I had to go through here, and after I'd gotten all these painted and primed, I had to go through here and resand everything, clean them up, and repaint them. Now I will tell you that the Rust-Oleum automotive paint primer works real good with this. It doesn't scratch off. I've kind of tested it in corners, and it adheres. And like I said, these pieces here are softer plastic, or softer resin pieces. So the Rust-Oleum brand automotive paint primer, the gray paint primer, works real good on these. And then probably what I'm going to do for my base coat is use this Vallejo acrylic polyurethane paint. It works real well with it can be used as let's see, where is it, plastic, brass, resin. So this stuff is it's only a 6-ounce bottle, but I'm not going to use a whole bunch of it. It runs about $15, but it works real well. And it is acrylic polyurethane, so it will adhere real well. So that's what I'm going to have to do to paint my use as the base coat. And you are going to have to do some cutting. Some of these pieces come with extra ends and stuff like that on there, and you're going to just break them off and sand them off to get them on there. I'll kind of do a little sub assembly here, just kind of show you what it's going to kind of what it looks like. That's about what it's going to look like with the roof on it. You know, it'll set in there about like that. And I will tell you, you're not going to be able to use your standard modeler's glue, the testers, because that tester's glue will not adhere to these resin parts very well. But that's what that's going to look like. I know you can't see it very well, but there's a couple of little extra rooms right over here, kind of maintenance areas. Right here in the back of this back wall, there's 2 elevators that I'll have a part going up for. And then this piece here, the roof, has a clear plastic resin piece here for the lighting. So what I'll do on that is, when I get down to it, I'll put a LED light strip right here to illuminate the shuttle bay, to where it's not, fully real lit, real bright, but have that kind of ambient lighting going through there. Because if you remember in the movie, it wasn't real bright. It was just kind of a subtlety light. So that's what's going on here. Just kind of working on that, and the next couple of days, once this gets dry, I will go through here and put on the sidewalls and get ready to light block it and get it primed and ready to go. I will tell you, if you're using the standard shuttle bay, it will fit. It'll fit in there with it built, but if you've got any kind of lighting or anything extra on the outside of that, it won't fit down in there when it's assembled and put down in there. And I'll go over that a little bit more later And what I've done in the past, I've had to cut this front mounting peg off that connects to the dorsal area of the ship, and then what you do is you save it, you cut it down low, you save it, and then when you get ready to, after you get your shuttle bay set down in there, if you're using the standard fit shuttle bay, of course you'll have to put your arboretum in first, but save it and set it aside. Don't throw it away or whatever. Put it in a plastic bag to where you can find it again, because you'll have to epoxy this top piece back down on there to where it'll set down on there. So got this saucer together. It's all ready to go. It's ready for the paint, or the putty on the side, on the bottom of it, and a little bit of touch up. And then that thing will be ready to start doing the masking on. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and I just want to say thanks to all the viewers that have viewed the channel. Let me sweep the camera around here. There we go. I just want to say thanks to all the viewers, all the subscribers. Now I'm up to 42 subscribers, and that's just amazing, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate all the support y'all have given me. I also post some of these pictures and short videos on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Jake Demko. If you like, some of the work I'm doing here, you can friend me on there, and you can kind of go through and see. I'm on see some of the work. I'm on 3 different groups: Starship Modeler, Starfleet of the 7th Fleet, I believe it is, and Starship Model Group. I post a lot of my work on there as well, do kind of quick videos there. I also want to say thanks to Ralph from Tenant Controls. He's been a big help in all this. My good buddy Joey Shipman from Facebook, he's good. He does a lot of modeling of starships and different kinds of stuff, and he's given me a lot of good tips over the past. I appreciate that, Joey, and my good friend Steve Smith from Smith Model Industries. He does a YouTube channel on video build-ups. He does all kinds of Star Trek stuff and Star Trek characters. He just really did a data figure from the Next Generation. Looked really, really well, and hopefully someday I can get into doing something like that. I believe I now have well over 200 views, 300 views, something like that, and I appreciate it. We're growing here. Just a quick thing to say is, if y'all have any suggestions, or if y'all have any questions on, if you want to see me do something on the channel, as far as, certain tips, procedures, soldering, welding, all that kind of stuff, how I wire in certain things, just email me at jdemco8080, I'm sorry, jdemco80 at gmail.com. Again, that's the letter J, DEMKO 80 at gmail.com. And or you can hit me up, ask me on my YouTube channel, if you have any suggestions or tips or questions that you might want answered on here. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Just hit me up, and I will be more than glad to walk you through that. But we're going good here, guys, and I appreciate all the support from all my followers, and hopefully we can get a little bit bigger and push 1,000 views soon. I'm hoping for, and go from there, guys. So I appreciate it, and keep up the good work out there, all my other modeler friends. They do some really excellent work out there on their Facebook and YouTube. I'm hoping to get some more clientele work in here, because I am disabled and I cannot work for a living. So this is what I do for kind of help me supplement my household income. So any kind of work that y'all want done, I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you and go from there, guys. So until then, take care, and we'll see you around the bend.